We're going to talk a little bit about the lighthouse because I think, we're here on Long Island. I think some of the facts that you sort of told me is there are 20 lighthouses here on Long Island. And I think that's part of the mystique and the wonder about why people are so fascinated with lighthouses. Yeah. Do you want to give us a little bit of a story about this particular one, Fire Island Lighthouse?
Yeah, so where to start with the story?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a hard question. There's so much about our lighthouse,
right.
Lighthouses, and Fire Island Lighthouse particularly. I'd say the most prominent thing about our lighthouse is its connection to New York City and New York Harbor and guiding ships from across the Atlantic to a major port
yes.
In the early Americas and kind of helping that grow, helping ships and merchants grow their businesses and bring in supplies and food and people. That's the purpose of lighthouses, and the Fire Island Lighthouse specifically. You're a New Yorker, I'm a New Yorker. We're in the center of the world, right?
That's right, exactly.
So is our
sir.
Fire Island Lighthouse, yeah.
I read something about the Fire Island Lighthouse flash goes off every 60 seconds. And apparently, just like you said, it was the first flash of light that European immigrants saw on their way into Ellis Island, which, the reason why we do this podcast and we've used this metaphor is because I feel it is about hope and it is about, what could be. And so I found that such an interesting, phenomenon that's exactly what they see as they headed into Ellis Island was this beacon of hope.
Today, actually, our lighthouse flashes every 7.5 seconds.
No kidding.
And that's because we have something called electricity and life is
nice.
easy. Back in the day, you were exactly correct. It would flash for about 5 seconds, you would see a light, and then 55 seconds of no light or darkness. That was the specific flash pattern for the Fire Island Lighthouse. So when the ship captain were full of perhaps immigrants were coming across the Atlantic, they would know, okay, we are approaching Fire Island Lighthouse, and we are about 40 miles from New York City. Fire Island Lighthouse is actually, the current day Fire Island Lighthouse was actually built before the Statue of Liberty. So it is perhaps the first light they did see coming across the Atlantic.
That really is amazing.